Okay, this is Thursday, March 31st, and coming from the Hybels property across the street from mine. This is my property right here. So this is the Hybels property across the street. So beginning at the Hybels property, following me, stalking me. Of course, I drove down Highway 50, which is the yellow. Or I drove down Reservoir Road. I think I drove down Reservoir this day. But still, you can see this is an aerial. You see Reservoir Road. So it follows me down Reservoir. I went to Walmart. It overshot where I was going, or where it was anticipating I was going. Oh, no, I didn't go to Walmart. I went to the bank, which is just beyond Walmart. Nope, I didn't go to Frank's Automotive and Diesel Repair. I went to the bank, which is right in here somewhere. I think this is the bank. I think that one's the bank. My bank. My credit union. Then I went to Harbor Shipping and Freight. So I was followed to Harbor Shipping and Freight. Okay, the exact things, I was going to go to Walmart, so I drove almost to Walmart and decided I didn't want to be bothered with the crowd because I could see the parking lot from where I was and it was full of people. It didn't look like there was hardly any parking spaces, and I really don't like dealing with the crowds. I like going early in the morning or on the off time of the week when people are at work and it's just less crowded. So I decided I needed something at Walmart, but it wasn't worth the bazillion people that were in there. So I doubled back and went to Harbor Shipping, got what I was going to get there, and then headed back home. Now they went to the Bighorn Saloon, which is over by Choice Wireless. I didn't. I guess they were trying to anticipate the places I was going, and I didn't. That wasn't what I had to do that day. So again, they began across the street from my property at the Hybels location and then followed me all the way into town while I ran my errands. And this is an aerial thing, so again, a drone or something of that nature. Sometimes it's been actual helicopters. Sometimes it's been, I don't know what you call those things. It's a military plane looking thing. It's not a helicopter though. Sometimes they're radio operated drones. It just depends. I'm driving. I'm not looking up at the sky at what's following me. Um, let me shrink this back down. But, and the entire day, this blue line shows the entire day, whoever it is has been logged into my personal private accounts. That's why Google is able to track their activity, because they have a copied or mirrored SIM jacked copy of my SIM card to my cell phone and my other devices. And I've changed the card multiple times, and within a day, they've gotten my information again. They're illegally using technology like Pegasus and Stingray technology, which is only supposed to be for use for law enforcement. Definitely is not supposed to be used for criminal purposes like identity theft and cyber hacking and all the things that they've been using it for. And city employees also have been using it, and we've caught them and tracked them using it illegally. When in the United States, only 9 states have even legalized their law enforcement to use this type of technology, because it has the potential, such a high potential for abuse and misuse. And Fallon is a perfect case and example of the abuse and misuse of this technology in the wrong hands, and which is illegal. It's completely against Department of Justice and FCC regulations. So, and they are aware of what's going on. Most of these videos that I'm recording is not for the purpose of the general public. I'm not sociable like that. That's why before all this mess started, you never saw any personal posts, nothing of this kind of nature ever. And once this is dealt with, you never will again. That's just not my nature. I'm doing it purely for documentation purposes and because several federal law enforcement agencies have immediate access to the videos when I post them and what's going on here on the property. And that's the only purpose for these videos. But, and also one other purpose, that if anyone else is going through this kind of mess, especially here in Fallon, because there is a crime ring here, a very determined crime ring in cybercrimes. And so there may be other people who are being gang stalked and harassed and cyber stalked and having their accounts and personal stuff accessed. When they use things like Pegasus and Stingray technology, when they're listening to my phone calls and all my data, it's not that discriminative. They're pulling everybody's text messages and photos and videos, everyone within a certain radius. So whether people realize it or not, they're victims. We have thousands of victims within anybody who's using that cell tower. I think it's a 3 to 5 mile radius. Their data and stuff is also compromised. Their devices are also compromised. Their personal privacy is also compromised. So it's more than just about me by far. I'm a target, but multiple people are the victims of the illegal misuse of these types of devices by local military, law enforcement, city workers, and the other members who are just civilians and retired military, who are part of this hate group. And we have between 20 to 40 individuals that we have actually their names and all the information, their home addresses, their IP addresses to their devices, etc. But we believe the group is at least 20 to 40 people strong that we're dealing with. And the thing about the internet is it's a two-way street. So every time they track and record us, we track and record them right back and get all their data as well. And that's what we've been doing, and turning it over to law enforcement agencies who now no longer need any input from us, because they have the full capability of tracking all the data even better than us, because they've got access to better equipment and more manpower, etc., etc. So the stalkers are being stalked, but again, every incident for documentation purposes. I'm recording and making videos of, primarily for the purposes of the different state and federal agencies that are looking into these matters, but also if anyone else is dealing with these types of crimes or live within my area whose information and personal data is being compromised. You can go online to the FBI Cybercrimes Unit and fill out an online information complaint form, and for them to investigate and look into your information too. And the fact that they already have mine and there's been multiple reports, they'll connect the fact that this is the same area and the same types of complaints. So they'll basically kind of group them together and know that there's multiple incidents of these types of occurrences happening here. They already know that. It's just that unfortunately the general public has no knowledge of what's happening to them and may never have knowledge of what's happening to them until it's too late. So that's all for now on this particular video, because there's just so many more I have to do. And I will leave a link to the application so that you can file your own complaint if you are or think you are a victim of cybercrimes in the cybercrime ring that's here in Fallon.